Hello. Excuse me. Dang. That breakfast, boy, I tell you. Welcome to HDiiTV. You're now rocking with your boy. Gotta cut that. Now, I had to drive a little slow because the damn cops out. Man, why do cops be chilling? They be chilling looking at your ass, and then everybody just be driving like 5 miles per hour. Don't be looking. I ain't going fast. I'm looking at you. Looking at your your miles per hour right here, making sure you're going the speed limit. Sometimes you're going like 5 under that hole. But anyway, look, man. If you want to know about how I felt about the Marina Mabry thing, it is on the Patreon. The Patreon, guys, is $3 a month. You know, support. Like, go check it out. I'm going to talk about Unrivaled tonight. Last night I was trying to watch the games, but I fell asleep. I didn't get in until about 10-something, so I did my Patreon video. I'm going to try to give you guys a Patreon video and give y'all a daytime upload video and a live at night, if I can, if I'm not too tired. Or you might get an hour-long uploaded video. You might get that tonight if I don't fall asleep, because I'm tired. They had me working crazy yesterday. Now, I'm going to say this, okay? Everybody has to calm down when it comes to these players. Azie Fudd, nobody ever thought Azie Fudd wasn't a top 3 pick if you've been watching women's basketball. Now, I can't speak on other people because everyone's seen this performance and they were like, oh my goodness, Azie Fudd. You know, I'm like, that's Azie Fudd. Like, Azie's thing is just to stay healthy. You know? But every time somebody beats South Carolina, everybody throwing a goddamn parade. Why is that? Why are we throwing a parade? Because you won? Listen, UConn had more to prove because UConn ain't been beating nobody. Every time they play against a ranked team, they get their butt spanked. And Azie Fudd either sitting out or she ain't do nothing that game. So like I said, we'll see. Do I think she's a top pick? Yes. When healthy. It's an asterisk next to her name. You have to understand, GMs and people look at your body of work. Now everyone is saying, oh, when March Madness come, people are going to be jumping around, jumping here, jumping there, and it's like, not really. The only people who would jump is like a lower tier school or something. Somebody from a lower tier school has an incredible March Madness. We see it every year with a player, and then we'll go from there. Now UConn and everything, everybody is loving them. We'll see. I still don't think they're better than Notre Dame, and I still don't think they're better than Southern Cal. Southern Cal they're just too long all over the court. And their bench is starting to gain experience. All them freshmen are growing up. So, you know, you got to understand. But everybody's talking about, you know, South Carolina, but nobody's talking about LSU. South Carolina can fix some of their stuff. And like Don said, it was something outside of basketball. Nobody seems to go after LSU. Everybody is just like, everything's fine, but long as South Carolina loses a South Kakalak, everybody wants to come down on them, you know, and it's that jealousy and all of that breeds envy and all of this stuff. So my thing is this. Y'all keep telling me about Flaw J is this and that. Flaw J, is it her team? Who is the leader of the team? Y'all gotta stop giving a lot of these players passes because you love them. Because if this was Angel and they weren't looking this good, y'all would be blasting them. Y'all would be tearing them down. Angel would be torn down. It's like we're giving passes to people we like again. Y'all turning into the fan base that y'all said y'all don't like. And I've told y'all all season, Big Four has not been having a great season. And this isn't me getting down on her. You had Foolan, who's my dog. Make sure y'all go subscribe to my big dog. But I told him, dog, I would take Citron over her right now. I would. Like, Citron checks all the boxes I need her to do. And before you say, oh, this team and everything, Citron is one of the main scorers and main pieces of Notre Dame. Just like Flaw is the main piece of LSU. The only difference is Flaw J has a bigger following because she's Big Four. So I've told you guys this. Now, do I think Big Four needs to come out? Absolutely. Because if she comes out, they would take her probably in Seattle. And that would be the piece that they need. Because she'll be able to do what she got to do. Her game will be able to stop being constricted. Because Big Four really can't operate how she wants to operate. But LSU has not looked good. But like I said, we'll see when the SEC tournament starts and we'll see March Madness. Just because you get a loss now doesn't mean that it's the end of the world. Like, people think, oh, it's a loss before. Oh, this doesn't mean nothing, bro. They are fine. Y'all gotta see, y'all are new watching this. I've seen a team lose a big game, get blown out, then come back, win the whole thing. I've seen a team who's been undefeated all year, kind of shaky, but all the way they get to March Madness, they lose. So I've seen it on both ends. And I've seen a team who's been playing average as hell all year. Soon as they get in, they make a run to the Sweet 16 and the Elite 8. So we've seen this before. People got to stop overreacting. Like, you guys are prisoners of the moment. Before that game against South Carolina, everyone felt UConn should not have been a top 10 team. They should have been more top 15. And that's the truth. You can lie. You can come on here and say, oh, they beat South Carolina. Now everybody think everything is gone now. So UConn is just going to run through the March Madness now. If UConn is going to have trouble, and here's where their trouble is going to be. Can the supporting cast, when Paige and Azie, because see, y'all forgot Paige and Azie was shooting horribly in the first half. If it wasn't for Paige's playmaking skills to get the ball to Sarah, get the ball to number 5, that big tall girl in the middle, and get it to the supporting cast, man, they would have been out. And I don't call them the others. That's a terrible term in Shaq. That's disrespectful. That's disrespectful to call your teammates the others. That's disrespectful. And if I was one of your old teammates, I'd cuss your ass out behind closed doors, dog. Don't call me no other. Nigga, I'm your teammate. So the role players, can they step in and do it? Can the supporting cast, step in and get the job done? Now, USC for Southern Cal, to me, they are a team that can handle small ball and go big, because a lot of their bigs are very athletic. Their guards are very tall and long and very athletic. So they'll be able to handle a lot of what people are bringing to them. Now, they play UCLA one more time in UCLA. Now, some people have them splitting. In my opinion, I think USC could beat them twice. Because UCLA, to me, they are bets or bust. And to me, I don't think Kiki and them trust bets. I don't think they trust her. Because down the stretch in that game against USC, man, Kiki was trying to take the game over. Like, they weren't even throwing it to Betts. And then Betts was getting pushed out of the she was getting pushed out the low post by number 34. If y'all know number 34 name from Southern California, man, put it in the chat. Put it in the comment section. So we can see what's up. So we'll see. I am interested in seeing what they do. For real. Because I just want to know. Notre Dame is very complete. Their issue's gonna come when they go against a team that is like if they play like a team like USC now or SC, how would they fare? Because the team they faced with Juju, they were still young, they were still wet behind the ears. But come March Madness, they could give them trouble. You also got an individual performer who makes their team better, with or without the ball. On Juju and on Paige Beckers. Now, people say, well, UConn can make a March Madness run. UConn will make a March Madness run because they have an experienced coach. Because UConn's team is really not that strong. Like, they're really not all that. Now, some people will go off of the South Carolina game. It's like, dude, y'all just don't like South Carolina. Now, Texas with Preston on there, Texas could be dangerous. I told all of y'all, if, man, will you turn? Nigga looking like the fake Terminator. But yeah, the only way that, they could probably get it going is if if they jump out early on you. UConn has to jump out early on you. They can't just sit back and let other teams just jump on them and start getting them. They got to jump out on them early. For real. They have to jump out early. Real early. Now, here's the thing. Tennessee. If Tennessee can have that 3-ball travel, they're dangerous. They are dangerous. But that 3-ball got to travel. NC State, I don't put too much in the North Carolina game because that's a rivalry. And North Carolina, they growing on me. They low-key got dogs over there. They got dogs over there. So I wouldn't be surprised if, you know what I'm saying, they beat a few teams in the tournament. Now, NC State, their problem is that you got too many people who need the ball. You got Isaiah James. You got Zab. You got what's her name? Sanaya. So you have a bunch of players who kind of do the same thing, and they're in each other's way. To me, what they need a point type. They need a point like a forward, like a point forward. Somebody that's a point forward that could come in, get the ball, be able to operate, make the extra pass, be able to get them open. Like they need a big who can operate in the post, who can move the ball and get it to everybody. Because Sanaya, she can play it a little bit, but I don't really like her at the PG. She's been bringing the ball up, and I think that kind of takes from her game. Prince, I think, did a video on it yesterday. I didn't really get a chance to see it, but shout out to IMZO Media. Make sure y'all go subscribe to my brother there. But they need somebody who knows how to move the ball. Like, give the ball to players, like have a set screens and be able to hit them off of the flare or cut to the basket or a hard screen and they get open. Like, they got to find somebody who could get the ball to them in pick and pop situations. Because it's like if you look at Notre Dame, right? All three of you got 3 guards out there. We might as well, Citron's a guard. She could play the wing because of her size. But you got 3 guards out there. What makes it work is all 3 of those guards can play with the ball or without the ball. Like Olivia can play off the ball. She's not real effective to me off the ball, but she can play off the ball. Citron could play off the ball. Citron actually could bring the ball up and actually get Olivia Miles and Hidalgo in their scoring spots. And she could get the ball to Liatu King. Plus, Citron is very good at getting the ball to Westbell. If you notice, she's probably the best one who gets the ball to Westbell. Like, when Westbell's not going, Citron gets the ball and get the ball to Westbell, and I see Noah Ivy. Noah Ivy will look at her. She'll be like this, or she'll be like this, Citron to bring the ball up and facilitate. So that's what I'm saying. NC State needs somebody like that. And not only that, Sanaya Rivers and all that. Sanaya Rivers, to me, is not very good from the three. She's good from the mid-range to the post. She's very good, very athletic. Defensively, man, she's a dog. But NC State is going to go as far as Azie James take them. Azie James got to be on the heater. If Azie James ain't on the heater, she's missing, they're in trouble. Because when Azie James goes off, it makes it easier for Sanaya. It makes it easier for everybody. That's why I want Azie James to have a ball in her hand and come up the floor, because it would hedge a lot of the defense to her, and that'll make it easier for Sanaya, for Zav, for all of them girls to operate. It's the same with LSU. I want Michaela to bring the ball up, because Michaela is a bigger threat at that position than a Day Wilson. You're not really scared of Day Wilson. You're not really scared of Day Wilson. This is why Don has Pow Pow bring the ball up, but the floor general is Raven. But Pow Pow brings the ball up because the defense has the hedge to her. The defense is going to be drawn into her. And if Pow Pow doesn't have it going, then it makes it difficult for everybody else to get off, because you're not really worried about Raven, because Raven's not a consistent knockdown three-point shooter. She can shoot the three, but she's not a consistent three-point taker. So now I can clog the paint. That's what UConn did. That's what UCLA did. Who else did it to him? Texas. That's what Texas did the second time. That's how you beat South Carolina. Like if Pow Pow and Bree Hall don't have it from deep going off where they could pull the defense to them, then it's going to be too much on the bigs, because the bigs operate with maybe one or two people in their way. Not damn near three people in their way, because now they could collapse and close down, and then they'll let you shoot those shots. LSU is different. Their problem is they ain't got no point guard, and then second of all, Anissa Morrow is a player who honestly is awesome offensively. She can shoot the mid-range, she could get you off the dribble, she could finish with a left or right. The problem is they don't have a 5. If they had a 5, see, Angel and shout out to Zoe, he told the truth on this. They don't have a passive 5. They don't have a 5 that dominates the paint. See, what Angel did was she dominated the paint, so that left Flaw J open, that left Michaela open, that left Haley Van Lith open last year, that left Anissa. That's why Anissa mid-range was even more deadlier last year, because it wasn't too much on her. It wasn't too much attention on her. And that's why I was telling everybody that y'all missed the Barbie, because the Barbie was a floor general. She was your floor general. You don't have one now. So what you got to do is you got to let Michaela Williams be the point, because Michaela Williams can make the pass. She could get the ball to Flaw. She could set Flaw up for better shot selection, because when Flaw goes ISO, it's too early in the game for that. I need Flaw till the fourth quarter. Now, I'll give you this. Flaw J in the fourth quarter is probably the most clutchest player that I've seen in a long time. Her or KG. But even on the show, Anissa said down the stretch, her and Flaw were talking. Anissa said, man, we going to Michaela or KG. Day Wilson to me needs to play off the ball. She's not really a good ball handler or point guard. Now they got Pritchard on the bench, but Kim Mulkey like Dale Harris was with Kobe. I don't play youngsters. I don't play youngsters at all. So people got to understand, she's not going to play these young bucks. But that's what I would do. South Carolina people are like, well, Fuwali need to transfer. Fuwali don't need to transfer. Fuwali is fine. Fuwali is fine. Now, if she wants to transfer, cool. But she's fine. The problem is that when Pow Pow's been on a very bad streak. Tessa hasn't been right yet. She's been missing shots. So it's like they were just missing shots. South Carolina's thing is the person who's going to elevate everybody is Joyce Edwards. Whenever Don feels comfortable to say, you know what, I'm going to let Joyce run the show and do her thing. I'm going to let Fuwali do her thing. That's what I think Don ought to do. She ought to let Fuwali, because if you have Fuwali start opposite of Raven and push Pow Pow to the 3 and then let Joyce play the 4, that South Carolina team will be a lot more dangerous. But I think Dawn likes what she likes at her lineups because she wants to bring an extra punch off the bench. So I feel what she's doing. But if it was me, and I'm not questioning Dawn because I got love for Dawn, but if it was me, I would have Fuwali play the off guard, and I would have Bree Hall. I would have Pow Pow playing off on the wing, and then I would have Joyce Edwards in there with Fagan. And I would bring Chloe off the bench. Because I think that'll be much better. Because when you come off the bench, you can have Bree Hall with Tessa. I can let Tessa move to that 2. And then I can let Bree be the 3, and they can operate to me better. I think that 2 lineup will operate a lot better. Now, what will hurt you is your wing position, but see, I could put Fuwali on the 3 on the defensive end and let Pow Pow play the 1 or the 2, and let Raven play the 2 or the 3, because you got two gals who can lock things down on the perimeter. And then Joyce would be my rover. Like, she'll be guarding her player, but then when I need her to move around on switches or whatever, Joyce can guard the guards. Like I told y'all, Joyce is going to be a one-of-a-kind player. Like she's different. It's crazy to me. Like, she remind me of Angel a whole lot. Like, everybody say, oh, she's Asia. I'm like, I don't see Asia. I think she's going to be like Angel. The only thing different is she doesn't have a big motor. Her motor's kind of low, but when she's on, man, she's on. So I would look for that. But that's what I would do if I was doing that lineup. Because I think Fuwali and Joyce would bring a different dynamic to the starting lineup. And then when you go to your second unit, Maddie, to me, would be able to run that, and Powell would be able to do what she do. That's what I would do. But see, this ain't my team. This Dawn. Dawn know more than me. She know way more than me. She got 3 of them boys. 3 of them things. Kim Okie, too. Kim Okie, I think, got 4 of them. I think she got 4. I think she got 3 at Baylor and 1 at LSU. But, yeah. But that's how it goes. Also, Florida State is frauds. And that's my school, but they're frauds. They don't have, Tipson comes and goes. Latson, I think, got hurt last game. Gordon is, to me, better than Latson. But Gordon don't get the props. They're good. But to me, the top teams, I still think is Notre Dame, USC, which is Southern Cal, SC, South Kakalak, and then I got LSU. Now, everyone's like, well, why ain't you got Texas yet? Texas got to prove to me, they got to prove to me that they could get through the SEC tournament. If they get through the SEC tournament, then I will put them as the number 2 best team out there in the SEC. But I got Texas 5. Now, if Texas starts Preston and move Rory off ball and Madison in her position, We got something. We got something, bruh. We got something. Like, for real. For real, though. We got something. If they do that, we got something. Because Preston a dog. I told y'all. I saw her come in that blowout against South Carolina. And she was in there just going to the hoop, getting the ball to everybody. She was playing fast, physical. I said, yeah, she need to start at the point. Because you saw it. When you put her on the ball and you let Rory move around, run around screens, get some big shots off, Madison was having the defense hedged to her. Rory could have that one-on-one. She was cutting through them screens by them bigs they got, that O'Hoffman or O'Coffin, whatever her name is, and their forward position. It was over because all Rory had to do was, I'm open, wet. That's all. That's all they needed. Rory is a off guard. Yes, she's small. She could play with the ball in her hand. But, dog, she's not a facilitator. I don't want her facilitator. Her best gift is to score. She's not a great shooter, but she's a great scorer. So I like scorers better than shooters because scorers are going to find their way all around the floor to get a shot. A shooter go cold, man, and they don't play no defense, they definitely off on the bench. They're definitely on the bench. So that's all I'm saying. So, but UConn, dog, Azie, man, nobody felt Azie wasn't good enough. I don't know why people, and it's not to one particular person who said that. It's everybody who said that. A lot of people on the internet. And I'm like, bro, Azie Fudd came out of school as the #1 ranked player, I believe. It was either her or Raven was one or two. So what are you talking about? It's like, man, I don't know what to tell people, man. People got this notion that if you're not bragging about this player, that you think they're trash, and that's not it. The thing is, Azie she's not healthy. She don't stay healthy a lot. So if she stays healthy, man, we good. We on point. Now, would I take her third? Would I take her third overall? Possibly. I would possibly take her third overall. It depends, though. If I would invest in them knees. Now, if she stays healthy the rest of the year and she balls out in the tournament, she might be on my team. I also like Sellers, but Sellers gets nicked up a lot because she's carrying a whole load on that team. She wouldn't have to carry the load if she comes to Chicago. You know? So that's all I have, guys. I'm gonna come on live tonight. I'm gonna watch the Unrivaled. I watched the first game, but I'm gonna watch it again because there's some things I want to talk about. I'm gonna go live and break down the game to you guys. I'm gonna talk about it. You know. Also, make sure you like, comment, and subscribe and share this. Hit that notification bell to select all to receive upcoming notifications. And if you guys love what you hear, donate to the page. Go to the description box. Hit that link to the Cashapp. You could donate whatever your heart's desire. You guys can also super chat when we're live or premiere video. You guys can also leave a super thanks. You guys can also buy merchandise, man. Buy the merchandise. It's in the description box. Support your boys. Support your page. Support the page. We also got the Patreon, $3 a month. The Patreon, we're talking about Marina Mabry and why the Connecticut Sun are not letting her out of her, or not trading her. So, thank y'all for listening, man. I'm out. Deezy.